Hello everyone, I'm Christina Young, and welcome to our special Halloween episode of Like the Wick. When we think of October, we usually think about haunted houses, costume, and candy. However, October is also Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which we'll start by sharing a happy story with you. YSU Zeta Tau Alpha was host to the 16th Annual Cheer Classic this past weekend, and Like the Wick was there to capture it all.
On Sunday, October 23rd, dozens of breast cancer survivors gathered together to celebrate their remission and being another year cancer-free. Sorority members gave Like the Wick insight on the event.
What we do is ask local cheerleading teams and dance teams to come perform. It's just an exposition. It's not an actual competition, just to come and raise the awareness for breast cancer education. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We raise money. Everything here is 100% donated. It's 100% gets donated to breast cancer education awareness, which I think is so incredibly awesome because we get so much money and it's so cool. And I mean, I just love it.
All survivors in the area are welcome to attend our survivor ceremony. They just come and check in. We give them a t-shirt, a little sash, and a pink ribbon. And kind of during the morning and afternoon ceremony, we have a survivor dance, we present our check, and we bring all the survivors out, and we say how long they have been either in remission or they're still fighting. And we kind of just want to recognize them because they're the reason why we do it. They're the one who give us our strength and our motivation to continue with this event. So the more survivors we have, the better. We love it. The survivor ceremony is our favorite part.
After the ceremony, the survivors all joined in for a group picture. I got a chance to speak with a couple of them, including two sisters who both have battled the disease. One diagnosed in May of 2012, the other diagnosed in May of 2016.
So it was really scary because, you know, you think the worst, but I had a really good diagnosis and a really good prognosis, and she did too. So, you know, we caught it very early, so that's the key.
Well, we have a lot of family support, and like my mom, it was over 20 years ago, so we knew that treatments are a lot better now. And it was easier for me because she went through it already before I was diagnosed.
With the release of their balloons, they continue to live on, using strength, courage, and hope.
The squads who participated in the event helped raise $108,000 for the cause. To find out the dates for next year's Cheer Classic, log on to ztapinkribboncheerclassic.com. As you could probably tell, today's the beginning of the Halloween weekend. The 31st falls on Monday night this year, which is when trick-or-treating will begin. In the Youngstown area, you will have from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. to go get as much candy as you can. If you're looking for something to do in the meantime, YSU's homecoming is this weekend too. The tailgate lot opens at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, and the homecoming parade will begin at 2 p.m. The parade will be followed by the football game at 4 p.m. There's a lot of fun to be had in the next few days. If you're looking for some music to party to this weekend, Geo's Music has you covered. Since 1996, Geo's Music in downtown Youngstown has specialized in selling rare, vintage, and hard-to-find records. Like the Wick stopped by the popular business where we caught up with the local musician and store owner, George Case.
Okay. Well, Jeff, your question's how did we start? About 20 years ago, the building that is now V Squared, the restaurant over there, that's the federal building. And Arseny Melnick was an attorney down here, and he had been doing business for a long, long time. His brother, Robert, that's the medical museum, named after him up at Youngstown State. He gave us an opportunity when basically there was very little down here other than vagrants and I don't know, it looked like a ghost town that was rough. The space that we moved in was nothing working, broken glass everywhere, but he gave it to us very cheap. Gave us an opportunity when no one else would. So we found this over here. Mr. Bagala, the dentist out in Boardman and Liberty, he gave us an opportunity to come over here. So, per your question, yes, you have to be willing to go through different changes. That's why we also carry the football, baseball, basketball jerseys. That's a different source of income on the business sense, and it's something that we like to do as well. Okay, yes, we 8-piece funk band from here in Youngstown, GOC in the Storm. In fact, we should have a new album out coming around December or early spring. We play all our instruments, nothing tracked, you know, like a lot of bands these days. There's no vocals coming out of the can, nothing like that, and you can appreciate that being a musician. Like I said, there's 8 of us. We incorporate guitars, bass, keys, horns, flute, drums, percussion, a little bit of everything. And we like going out and playing our own original music, and then we play some cover.
Graduating seniors will get a chance to participate in YSU's first digital yearbook. Fall 2016 graduates can get headshots taken to be featured in the yearbook, and it's free of charge. The photos will be taken in the basement of Todd Hall on YSU's campus. Contact the business manager of student media, Mary Dada, to schedule an appointment and to give a 48-hour notice before you schedule your time. Getting back to the spirit of Halloween, it's almost spooky how you can make a great tasting food for so cheap. Michelle Rucci is back again with our Food on a Budget segment, and this time she whips up a perfect treat for Halloween.
Thank you for joining us. This Halloween week, Food on a Budget will be showing you how to make whiskey sticks, a delicious snack for those trick-or-treaters, and all under $15. You're going to want to place half a cup of butter, 4 tablespoons of brown sugar, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, and half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and 3/4 of a shot of whiskey into your saucepan. Heat on low and stir for about 5 minutes. You want to pour your heated mixture over your pretzels and mix together really well until all your pretzels are coated. Spread your pretzels out on a baking pan and bake in the oven at 250 for about 10 minutes. While the whiskey sticks are cooking, I just want to explain one disclaimer to this recipe. You do not necessarily have to use Imperial whiskey. However, I do recommend it because it's cheap and it's American. It's about $9.99 at your local drive-thru, and you get so much. Take your pretzels out of the oven and voila! Whiskey sticks, a delicious snack for all those trick-or-treaters. Stay tuned for next week's Food on a Budget and have a safe and happy Halloween weekend.
This past weekend, we also had a chance to catch up with Light the Wick's very own Heather Newsom on our Featured Artist of the Valley.
My name is Heather Newsom. I'm a cosplayer. I've done it about 4 to 5 years. I go to conventions dressed up as different characters. Cosplay is defined as costume and role-playing put together because it's the word cosplay. You dress up as a certain character, that's where the costume comes from, and then you act like the certain character, and that's where the role-playing comes from. I do consider cosplay an artistry because you have to be creative. Yeah, I would say it's an art, especially it's passion, art's a passion. So yeah, I would say cosplay is an art. Yeah, Harley Quinn's my favorite. I have like four to five different versions of her. I'm working on a version now, which is the Bombshell, which everyone's really familiar with now because it's getting kind of viral, is the DC Bombshell girl. So I would just say, if you ever want to get in cosplay, I would really look into it. And people always come up, they want your picture, or they'll want to hug you, touch you, etc. It gets a little weird, but you just kind of have to push that all back. But it's not really made for anyone, but if you can get past, like, having people wanting to be around you 24/7, having people want to talk to you, and you're very social, and you can look around and be with people, then you'll be fine.
This has been a really fun episode of Light the Wick. As always, you can check out our social media pages listed on the screen. Leave us some feedback or send us any story suggestions you may have. Thank you again for tuning in to Light the Wick. I'm Christina Young. You have a happy Halloween and be safe out there.